People keep telling various types of infections. I tell you, in my village, all these infections can easily be handled by young people. Although I inherited the treatment of infections, but I still went to the famous Academy of Natural Medicine in Ibadan, Oyo State. Let me give you my number once again: 080-33-74-8487. And the second number is 080-7968-8704. Omolabi Naturalist Care is located at number 2A School Road, Umuahia. And we have a free test, that is a free diagnosis at Omolabi Naturalist Care, number 2A School Road, Umuahia. People call me on my phone to ask me why I treat only infections and infertility. The reason is simple. I am a specialist in infection and infertility. I will be expecting you. Bye for now.
What a knockout. It is Rapid 96.5 FM, number one.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you are leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is paramount.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
It's been a moment of grief for the people of the southeast region of Nigeria. Just 2 days after the demise of the then President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo in the person of late Emmanuel Igboanyanwu. On Saturday, of course, there was this tragic outcome talking about the senator that represented Anambra South Senatorial District in the person of late Ifeanyi Ubah, still a southeasterner, died in London. What a moment of grief. These are personalities that in one way they contributed to what we are seeing in terms of development, policies that have affected the people of the Southeast at different level of governance and administration. Well, let us reiterate again this morning that while you are still living, please know exactly the mission that you have been running. Every man has a mission. But what will be told about you, what will be said about you when you leave the Mother Earth, that you did this and you did not do that? Well, that's the development in Southeast region of Nigeria. It's not been a good news. A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Today, Monday, being the 29th day of July 2024. My name is Moses Ben. It will be a robust moment this morning on Standpoint as we'll be looking at certain developments here in our state. Incorruptible Sam, a very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint.
Yeah, good morning to you, Moses Ben. It's a beautiful week, new one. And inside this week, we're going to see the end of July and the beginning of August.
You're very right.
That's how special this month is. This week is. Inside this week alone, from now till weekend,
yes,
we will see the end of July.
And then see the beginning of
August.
So
that's, for me, should make us be very careful and pay attention. In football, this is more like the injury time of the month. Some do get yellow carded.
Okay.
Also red card. You're losing a game. And this tackle, if you give the tackle, you're going to get a red card. You still give the tackle. You're losing the game already. Why not keep calm? So that the game will end without you missing.
They just say that a man who is already on the ground has nothing to
But remember, if you get red carded, you're going to miss next matches.
Match. Okay.
So if I should bring that to us now, towards the ending of every month, let us be careful. If not, some of us that saw the 29th might not see the 31st, might not even see the 1st of August. It's not, God forbid, it's not your portion. If you don't pay attention to what is happening, you will not. Some might be very reckless, and it will become accidents that will take their lives. This is rainy season. You still see people that will be reckless. They say don't drink and drive. You see someone that will drink to stupor and still enter to drive. Tell you I've been driving since my mother gave birth to me. Boom, it will happen. And we start accusing the innocent devil. Because sometimes that guy used to be innocent. And to our big men that died, and we keep saying, may their soul rest in peace. But just like what you said, when you're alive and have an opportunity to touch lives positively, do it. It's so sad that when our big men, the politicians, those that have actually touched money, when they fall sick, we go outside. That part, I really don't want to understand it. When they fall sick, they go outside. This is reason enough for us to have this medical, outlets that we go outside there to look for.
Within our society.
Yes, I'm not saying that even while in the hospital, while in London, Germany, India, if death knocks and it's time for you to go, it will happen. But we can do enough to make sure that you that can fly, what others? What of others that cannot fly? Do you even have emergency number when it comes to, I'm feeling so down? You dial the number. We don't have in this area. Well, we'll say it again. May their soul rest in peace. But when you are alive, it shows now that anybody can die. No matter the amount of money you have, no matter the fleet of cars you have, no matter how many houses you have, you can live here. Even those that have not eaten for 1 week will keep living. Vayoba, rest in peace.
May you still rest in peace. Well, this morning, the governor was in Aro on Saturday precisely, talking about the coronation of Eze Eberechi Orji. He said something that has attracted arguments, and also, let me allow it to rest at the point of sentiment that he has not been operating from the government house in Umuahia, but from his private residence in Umuehim Vosi in Isialangwa South local government area. Of course, that was when he was commissioning projects executed by the mayor of Arochukwu, that is the transition committee chairman, Joe Aru. The governor stated that he has not been operating from the government house due to the dilapidated condition of the buildings. And then I tried to question my imagination. Dilapidated condition of the buildings. Is it the new erected government house that I have understood that the governor has not spent even 1 day yet in that particular building, or the one at the moment they are using that he retrofitted, he rehabilitated before they even started operation, or after they had packed in? I can remember the extension was around the Emerowa guest house and all of that. We saw certain renovations then. So exactly, I do not understand what the governor's position is, but we'll handle this issue, gentlemen, on Abia 360 tomorrow. However, the one also that has attracted attention is the Abia Lodge in Abuja. That will form our conversation this morning on Standpoint. Aiko Bonaya, it's good to have you join Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother, Moses Ben. In fact, I was just saying a while ago, scarcely had we said, thank God it's Friday. And today we're just, it's so fleeting. It tells us about the fleeting nature of life. Life is too fleeting and it's ephemeral. Talking about the unfortunate passage of Andioba. If our politicians will get to understand that this life is fleeting. When you're here today, tomorrow you're no more. So what matters is the lives you are able to affect. So we should try as much as possible to affect lives and leave good legacies. It's quite sad that there's no more. Well, we thank God for his resilience in being able to make a couple of investments. Talking about Capital Oil
Capital Oil.
Yes, that helped to.
What about the Ifeanyi Ubah FC Football Club?
He did well. At least
one died years ago.
I think
The club is not functioning.
Oh, wonderful! But at least the Capital Oil has given job to some people.
Even the Authority newspaper.
Yes,
he has the media outlets also.
He has a media outfit, so it's very sad. I understand he went to UK for the graduation of one of the sons, and then he died in the hotel of cardiac arrest. May his soul rest in peace. And we thank God we're here today, and usually on a good standpoint.
All right, gentlemen, let's swing right away and then see what we have this moment. It will be, it's a pack prepared and then organized week for robust conversation. But we are being joined this morning on Standpoint by the Chief Press Secretary to the immediate past Governor of Abia State, Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka. A very good morning to you, sir, and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
We are fine. It's good to hear from you again today. How have you been also?
Yeah, we thank God. We've been there. I remember the last time I participated in this program. It was during the saga of the so-called forensic report and the so-called airport money.
And you'll be wondering why is it that whenever there's this sagas, that's when we bring you up.
Yeah, people like to bring me when there is trouble.
Well, you've been in the system. That's why from time to time we need expertise and views to look into what happens from time to time, either in our country or in Abia State, as a matter of fact. But it's good to have you join us today on the program, sir.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
A very quick one from you this morning. Let's get to understand. What do you make of this planned nationwide protest, first of all?
Well, the right to protest is constitutionally guaranteed. We are in a democracy. We're in a democracy, okay? And democracy is influenced by the rule of law. And the rule of law is synonymous with constitutionalism. And part of the fundamental human rights of Nigerian citizens is the right to assemble together and ventilate their grievances. My brother, the truth is that life is getting more and more unbearable in this country. Things are difficult. If you go into a shop, into a market, you find out that the money you have in your pocket is almost nothing. The value of our money is plummeting on a daily basis. The prices of goods and services are skyrocketing. And Nigerians are simply tired, honestly. So I think the best thing for the government to do is to allow the citizens to protest. But I pray and I hope that the protest will be peaceful.
Don't you have fear? Go ahead,
sir. What I do not support is a protest that will, get out of hand and people will begin to damage and destroy people's and public property. So that is my issue. What the government should do is to try to evolve a strategy to protect the protesters and protect property. But to tell people that they cannot protest is undemocratic, it's unconstitutional, and it's unlawful. You cannot preempt. What the government is, especially at the federal level, they are trying to preempt the outcome. Well, you can preempt, but preemptive measures should also be put in place. And preemptive measures do not include stopping the protest in the first place. No, you cannot stop the protest. But make sure that the protest is not hijacked. Place security operatives at strategic places. It is possible to have a peaceful protest People move around, and you know that this is a nationwide thing. So it's not about any particular state or any particular area. It's a nationwide thing. Provide people with the proper security, guard places that are likely to be attacked. And this protest will go on as planned. That's my view.
All right. Before we leave this particular conversation and then move down to what we want to discuss, we've seen government representatives within the corridor of power, rather, security agencies. The IGP has talked about this. The Nigerian Army also has commented on this. What about the DSS? Now they've talked tough that, look at, we've identified persons who are ready to hijack this process. And then there's been warnings against people hijacking, hoodlums, infiltrating into the process. Does this particular position from the government and people in authorities worry you in any way, sir?
Well, I have been in government. I am asking myself, if I was still chief press secretary, now what would have been our attitude? Our attitude, there's always a clash between the interests in this kind of circumstance, between the interests of the government and the people. There are two reasons for it. One, the government is apprehensive that this kind of protest will expose the government to public opprobrium. That's one. Two, then the government is worried about the likelihood, of the protest being hijacked. Okay? So the government is saying what it should say under the circumstance. Because no matter how you look at it, a public protest is not good for any government at all, at any level. Because people will begin to talk to the press, begin to ventilate their feelings, telling them about the failures of all the issues that are forming the crux of the protest stem from the failure of government at all levels. Okay, the subsidy removal has done a lot of damage to the Nigerian economy. Okay, the workers are worst hit. Salaries no longer have meaning, even with the new minimum wage. It is still not enough. That is for those who are collecting it. So for those like in Abia State, where nothing has been said about the new minimum wage, life is simply unbearable. So the government will do what it has to do, will say what it has to say. Government will always try to protect itself, protect its image, but the people will remain the people. That's my position on the matter.
All right, thank you very much. Let's come down to Abia State. Let's discuss issues in Abia State. At the moment, there's this publication where we actually brought you in today because you've been in government. The immediate past administration, you played a pivotal role there, sir. Let's talk about the demolition of the Abia State Governor's Lodge in Abuja. We've seen videos, we've seen publications as well. And then the government's plan, allegedly to spend over 8 billion naira in reconstructing the Abia Governor's Lodge in Abuja. What is your reaction to this development under this administration?
Thank you very much. I must say that I am shocked. I am disappointed. Someone called me yesterday from Abuja. A friend of mine who works in one of because that area you have several governors' lodges. So a friend of mine from one other governor's lodge called me and said, why are your people destroying pulling down the lodge? I said, which lodge? The governor's lodge in Abuja. They said yes. Why? I made contacts and asked questions, and I confirmed indeed that the governor's lodge in Abuja is being pulled down. Now, let me say this. The governor's lodge is not one building. I was press secretary for 4 years, and in the course of official functions, I passed the night in that premises severally within the 4-year period that I served. So I know the place very well. I'm talking about a place that I know. Why I'm saying this is that my good friend, the chief press secretary to Governor today, said that the building is still standing. I don't think he has even visited that place before. The Governor's Lodge, Abuja, is a compound of several buildings. Okay? That the construction started under the military, but it was Governor Joseph Okalu who came and now completed it and commissioned it. Now, if you enter the gate, if you look straight, you will see the main governor's lodge. That is where the governor stays himself. Then on the sides, on the left-hand side, there is a twin duplex, properly built for guests of the governor, well furnished. On the right-hand side is another duplex that has a conference hall for meetings. And then upstairs, you have also guests, visitors' rooms. Okay? As I speak, those two duplexes on the right and the left are down. Brought down completely. And I wonder, what does the state government want to achieve with this kind of demolition? I thought our governor was an economist. I thought he's a manager of money, manager of resources. At a time like this, when the economy is heading south consistently, at a time like this, when this administration has not said a word about the new minimum wage, up till today, there hasn't been any statement from the government affirming their readiness to pay this new minimum wage.
But the governor had said at different fora that it would be one of the first states that would implement the new minimum wage when passed into law.
That promise no longer stands because he has not said anything. We expected him to come out and say, yes, in line with what I said. In line with what I said. Now that the minimum wage bill has been passed into law, Abia State will start paying from July or from August. Up till now, he has been quiet. And having been in government, when the government is quiet, I know what it means. It means that they are no longer sure of their position. This is a democracy. If the governor was prepared to pay, he would have said so. He hasn't said it. His aides have not said it. Now, we know that things are tight, but we also know that funding to the states have improved. My question is, how is pulling down the governor's lodge, Abuja, a priority? My brother, I know that place very well. Ask anyone who has been there. I have used that facility very well. It is a standard modern premises, well built. What successive governors have done, when you come in, you look at the interiors, you can change the paint, you can repaint the place, you can change the furniture, you can change the beddings, but to pull the building down, the two buildings on the sides, and I heard they are still going to pull down more, is outlandish. I don't understand it. Now, talking about the money you talked about the 8 billion, the information I have is that the 8 billion is an information I have. I have not confirmed it, just like you have not confirmed yours. That the 8 billion is for one unit, not the entire structure. I do not know how true it is. But even if it is 1 billion that they are going to use, what is the need? What is the emergency? What is the necessity for our government to go to Abuja, pull down the governor's lodge to build a new one? Why? What happened to the building? Is it bad? Can there be renovation? Can't the building be renovated? Meanwhile, since Governor Lex Oti took over on May 29th last year, till date, he has not slept in that place. He shut the place down.
How sure are you that he has not slept in that place, sir? You are not working. You are not working with this government.
This is true. This is true. We live in a modern world now.
It's very possible, sir, that the government will not come up to tell the people that I have slept there or I'm not sleeping there.
Excuse me. Please listen to me.
All right.
That place has been under lock and key. If you know that area, T.Y. Danjuma Street, at Asokoro, there are governors' lodges on that street. From the time he took over, that place has been under lock. If you see a place where people live, you will know. Weeds have taken over that premises. He doesn't live there. Nobody is there. Even they locked it. Even they didn't put any security men there. People pass there every day. There are people who live around that place. So I know what I'm saying. That is not even, whether he sleeps there or not is not the issue. My problem is this. Why pull down the place? Why don't you renovate it? When Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi's opinion about having a governor's lodge in Abuja was that it was an unnecessary expenditure. So he shut down the Anambra State Governor's Lodge. He shut it down and leased out the property to tenants who were now paying rent into the coffers of the Anambra State government. So if our governor does not want to stay there, why won't he, lease it out to tenants? Why pull it down so that he can build a new one? I don't understand it. Do we have that kind of money now? Problem in Abia. Has he paid minimum wage? Why the obsession with that lodge? And let me tell you, that lodge was renovated about 1 year before we left office. Comprehensive renovation. Repainted, facilities upgraded. That has been what every governor has done. Since the military, I think the last 2 military regimes also, every governor of Abia State has used that premises. So why pull it down now? Why pull it down?
All right.
There is an Abia indigenous who lives in Abuja, who called me this morning and said, I hope he will not go and pull down the Abia Liaison office on Ahmadu Bello Way. I hope he won't pull that one down and say that it has become outdated. That is the problem.
All right, so you've talked about renovation, of course, maintenance of that building and all of that by previous administrations. And the governor, let's just accept the fact, because of the reality on ground, that these buildings, that the duplexes you've mentioned, have been brought down. Don't you see that the governor wants something that will suit him? And since others have carried out maintenance job and also renovation, don't you see it from that angle also?
You see, public buildings like the government house, governor's lodges are not private residences of a governor. You just be there for a while, especially our lodge outside the state. The governor does not live in Abuja. He stays there 2-3 days, attends meetings at the presidency, attends other meetings. At times, he can even go there to relax as a governor. That is his right. So, pulling it down to meet, okay, what if the next governor comes and says, I don't like this style? So he will also pull it. So what we'll be doing every 4-8 years is to pull down our government houses and our governor's lodges? My brother, these are our leaders. They go abroad. How many times has the White House been pulled down in the U.S.? Number 10 Downing Street, which is the official residence of the Prime Minister of Britain. How many times has it been pulled down? Why can't we preserve our history? Why do we like to personalize government? Why do we like to build, allow the business of government to revolve around an individual? So assuming after pulling it down now, he builds another one, because the maximum, Alex Otti will be governor for 8 years, maximum. No matter how good angelic he is, he cannot stay beyond 8 years. So after 8 years, we elect a new governor. And that one goes to Abuja and says, no, I don't like this house. So he pulls it down again and begins to rebuild. And this is a state that is grappling with financial challenges. This is a state that is unable to pay the new minimum wage. This is a state that refused to clear and the pension, areas of pension, and continues to claim that it has done so. I'm not saying that areas are not there. What I'm saying is, why come out to say you have paid all when you did not? You could have simply said, this is what I have done so far.
And the government, sir, at the moment is also accusing the past administration to be one of the reasons that the areas are still there in the system.
Yes. Everything. Don't worry now. When they will speak, they will tell you that they are pulling this building down because of the past administration. Don't worry. They blame us for everything. No problem. But you claim that you came to right the wrongs. As an economist, I expected more from Governor Alex Otti, to be very honest. Pulling down the Governor's Lodge in Abuja does not make any economic sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you, especially at a time like these are things you do when you have a boom. The governor does not live there. He only goes to Abuja, spends 1 week maximum. I don't even know what will take a governor to Abuja except he's on vacation and uses to spend it in Abuja. But ordinary meetings in Abuja last 2-3 days and they go back to their states.
All right, sir.
So why go that extent to pull down a building? Not one, not two. And there are threats of pulling down more because in that premises there are about six houses there, 6 buildings.
Inside that particular compound.
Oh yes. So they are pulling it down. They are pulling it down one after the other. 2 are down already. 2 massive buildings, very big, very strongly built. I have been in those places. I know what I'm saying.
All right, sir. We are due for a break at this point. When we return, there are other things we want to find out from you. But the discussion has been around the demolition of the Abia State Governor's Lodge in Abuja. Intrigues, worries, and implications. We have been speaking with the CPS to the immediate past Governor of Abia State, Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka. Please do well to stay with us.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and the happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 28 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsglean@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
Please listen to this announcement. Following the continuous effort to keep Abia clean, the Abia State Environmental Protection Agency, ASEPA, wishes to notify the public that bagging of refuse in Abia State starts from the 5th of August 2024. The designated areas in 3 locations to secure waste bags include Umuahia North. Call Leo on 0803 356 3320. Umuahia South. Call Dennis on 0806 383 8123 and Kasarachi for Iguano on 0806 275 2744 or contact Chinyere on 0703 712 5986. That is 0703 712 5986 for more information. Parents are advised not to send underage children, wards, or mentally unstable individuals for refuse disposal. The Waste Management Agency warned those dumping refuse inside gutters and along the railway to desist forthwith. The public is further reminded that the time for dumping of refuse remains 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. as defaulters will be arraigned and prosecuted in line with Abia State Environmental Law. Signed, Catechist Ambrose Jonah, Deputy General Manager, ASEPA, Umuahia Zone.
Yeah, 1991, Abia State was quitting. We got to recreate and rebrand. That is what I'm interested in. Let us come close and unite. Make we try love one another. This ain't really got me mad. Make we forget our parties. Let's come together as one.
Security and a clean environment is everyone's business, not just the government. Let us come together irrespective of tribe, cultural, religious, political zone, political affiliation, and increase vigilance by partnering security agencies to keep Abia safe. Remember, the Operation Crush Security Outfit by Alex Oti administration is still in full force in all the nooks and crannies in Abia State. Not just that, Governor Alex Otti does not want Abians to engage in street trading any longer because it poses great risk for the traders and community at large and could lead to unsanitary condition on the street as well as waste accumulation. Stop street trading today and help Governor Alex Otti fix and secure Abia.
This message is brought to you by Abia State Orientation Agency.
What a knockout. It is Rapid 96.5 FM, number one.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you I'm leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
You're welcome back to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics on Rapid 96.5 FM. We are live on Facebook at Rapid Umahia and also YouTube, Rapid 96.5 FM. You can as well put down your comments on Moses Ben's page on Facebook. Let us have your contribution as well this morning. We have been looking at the developments in Abia State, talking about the demolition of the Abia State Governor's Lodge in Abuja. Intrigues, worries, and implications. We have Barrister Onyebuchi Ememanka. Sir, you're welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much.
A very quick one. My colleagues are still in the studio. Let us go back a little. The Abia State of Nigeria Local Council's 2024 Appropriation Bill, which is the bill for a bylaw to appropriate the sum of 56.7 billion naira as for the services of local government councils of the state for the year ending 31st December 2024 and for other related purposes. This particular bill is expecting the governor's assent because the Abia State House of Assembly has passed it already. What's your reaction to this as an Abian and given the recent developments in the country?
This is an absurd piece of legislation. It is simply put a very smart way of circumnavigating the judgment of the Supreme Court. What the state government, acting in cahoots with the House of Assembly, has done is to short-circuit the Supreme Court judgment. In the first place, it is very strange, and I have not seen this happen anywhere, for the governor of a state to send a bill. That's like an appropriation bill is like a budget. It's a budget. To send a budget, an appropriation bill to the House of Assembly solely for the purposes of budgeting for the local governments. It's not done anywhere. Even before this administration. I don't understand. Some weeks ago, the Supreme Court gave a judgment making it illegal for governors to manage in any way funds belonging to local governments. Few days after that judgment, the governor of Abia State sent an appropriation bill to the House of Assembly, asking them to legalize expenditure to the tune of almost 57 billion on behalf of the local government. Why? Why would that be so? And you know the most worrisome aspect? From what I read, the speaker said that the bill is backdated. It is deemed to have taken effect from the 1st of January this year. In other words, the bill has a retroactive effect. So what they have sought to do is to legalize everything they have done with the local government council funds since January this year, including the loan of 45 billion this government took from Union Bank of Nigeria using the FAC accounts to facilitate the loan.
But the chief press secretary, according to the publication of the chief press secretary, that nothing of such has happened.
My brother, you know I have been a chief press secretary before, so let's leave that side. Do you expect him to say it has happened? Leave that side. We know. You know, my friend the chief press secretary, has been chief press secretary for about 2 months. I was chief press secretary for 4 years. So there are things I know that he doesn't know. He will later find out. And of course, he even knows that it is true. But you don't expect him to say so when his boss does not like, doesn't want him to say such things.
In the interest of serving or delivering governance to the people, things shouldn't be said the way they are.
Back to, let me tell you. You see, every job has a specification. Okay, why was the last CCPS fired? Why? Have you asked yourself why Kazi Uko was removed as chief press secretary? Let's leave that area. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that what the governor has done, working with the House of Assembly, is to simply short-circuit the Supreme Court, to render that judgment of the Supreme Court nugatory. Because what they are saying is that by virtue of this bill, which they backdated to January 1 this year, the Supreme Court judgment does not apply to Abia State anymore, at least for this year. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate.
All right.
The kind of things that I hear in this, our new Abia, is very disturbing. You know, when they were talking about 10 billion naira airports, KPMG audit report, I told you on this program, when you invited me, I told you on this program that this thing is nothing but hot mess. Since after that period, what have you heard again about KPMG? Have you heard anything? How many persons have been arrested by the EFCC? Who is on trial? Who is on investigation? Who? All the noise they made that time about KPMG audit reports, 119 billion, this billion, that billion, everything has fizzled away.
All right, sir.
All right. Good morning, Barrister Memanka.
Good morning.
My name is Mr. Aiko Budnaya.
Okay.
Yeah, last week we engaged the House Committee Chairman on information.
On what?
On information. And we brought up this issue of the appropriation bill. We needed to get his own feedback or his reaction on it. So he said that the bill had been in the House before the Supreme Court judgment. So we're wondering, does it mean that they should have maybe, suspended it or continue with it? So I don't know how you would react to it. You would react to that, judging from your position as a lawyer.
Well, I have managed government information before. And when people say certain things, I just smile. That bill was sent to the House of Assembly after the Supreme Court judgment. I can tell you that authoritatively. But I do not expect them. The current House of Assembly we have in Abia State is the most rudderless, the most unserious, and the most, I'm looking for the words here. A House of Assembly that watches with eyes open, and somebody who was or who is supposed to be sitting with them is kept out simply because the authorities upstairs do not want him to come in. Let me tell you what happened when the current leadership of the House was elected. Governor Lex Oti broke a global record. The day this current speaker was elected, Governor Oti drove to the House of Assembly, sat in the chambers to supervise the emergence of the speaker and other principal officers. It has never happened anywhere in the world that the leader of the executive, whenever the leader of the executive, the governor or the president is coming to the House of Assembly or the parliament at all, it is usually a big event. It's either to come and present the budget, the appropriation bill, or the State of the Union address for those countries that do it. But in this case, Governor Oti drove to the House of Assembly on that day, publicly, sat down in the House of Assembly to observe and supervise the election of the Speaker. Immediately, the Speaker was elected and other principal members, he left. This is a house where the party in the minority produced a majority leader. It is a house of absurdities, and I am sorry to say that this house will go down in history as the worst legislative house ever. So, you take their words seriously at your own risk. Is it not the same house that the Speaker came to the public, addressed a press conference, and said that the governor has paid was trying to lampoon Innocent Nigeria Limited for their failure to produce cars and give to the House of Assembly members? Even when the governor has paid in full, the Speaker said it. I'm sure you were at that press conference, that the governor has paid in full. That same day, Innocent released a statement saying they have not received a cover for those vehicles. Today, each of the members has received 50 million naira from the governor to buy their official car. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have with that is the timing of the money. The money was given to them a day after that bill, that appropriation bill for local governments was brought to the House. That bill was brought today. The next day, all of them got 50 million. I cannot categorically tell you that that money was given to them for the purpose of that bill.
Okay.
That
answer will be given by my organ at the top.
No, all right, sir. There's no problem. Just for the purpose of correction there, the House member is a member, House Committee on Media and Publicity, but chairman of House Committee on Budget and Planning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who. If the Speaker, who is the numero uno in the House, can make statements in public that cannot be relied upon, who is the committee chairman?
All right, Barrister. Good morning.
If the Speaker can say things that will embarrass the state, who is the committee chairman?
Barrister Onyebuchi, good morning.
Good morning.
Incorruptible Sam is my name.
Who?
Incorruptible Sam.
Okay, my friend. Okay. Well done.
Thank you. And, well, I have two questions. I don't know how fast you'll be on them. This one actually shouldn't take your time. Maybe.
Okay.
You said something about Chief Press Secretary. You say you were there for 4 years and someone is there for 2 months and that he will soon understand.
Yes.
I don't know what you mean by that. Is it that Chief Press Secretary sometimes they don't say what is the truth?
Let me tell you what I mean by he will soon understand.
Okay, clear, sir.
You know, being a chief press secretary to the governor doesn't mean that the governor will tell you everything that he's doing.
Okay.
This is one root shock that every chief press secretary will always face. You will be under the illusion that your boss will discuss everything with you before he does it, for the purposes of you defending the action. But I can tell you, and my friend Okon has just realized this, because the way he was found last night, he didn't even know that any form of demolition was going on at Abuja. The governor does not have to tell you everything. That's why I said he will soon find out. I'm sure he's finding out now.
Okay.
There are things your boss will do. You read it you find out in the media. And as a spokesman, you have to start looking for ways to justify it, because whatever your boss does, that is the nature of the job. Whatever your boss does, it is your duty to present it well. It's your duty to defend it. That is. If you are not able to do it, you will have to be kicked out. Yes. And that is why the former chief press secretary was kicked out. It's as simple as that.
Okay, all right.
So that I didn't say that in any derogatory manner.
Yeah.
The current CPS is my friend, and he's a guy I have a lot of respect for.
It's clear now. Now going back to Abuja, you said that is a place you actually spent some nights when you were the chief press secretary also. Sir,
when we come to Abuja on official functions, we sleep there.
Okay, I want us to be I want you now to be very, very truthful here. The building is the.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm asking a question now. I say let's just get the direct answer from you.
Yes,
are you saying that in that building there is no way at all there is no reason whatsoever that we make the current governor to want to demolish it. No reason whatsoever.
No reason. No reason.
Okay.
The best he can do is to refurbish the place, to renovate. And like I told you, that place was refurbished, renovated between about a year or 9 months before
transition. Okay.
Yes, before we left.
All right, Barrister.
So, it's not the governor's personal house.
All right, Barrister.
It is the governor's lodge. You stay there during your time and you leave. You upgrade it and you leave.
All right.
To pull it down completely to rebuild, it doesn't make any economic sense to me, especially at a time like this when our economy is not so good.
All right,
that's my point.
All right, let's leave it at that point today, and then still monitor activities around this development. Barrister Onyebuchi Memanka, Chief Press Secretary to the immediate past governor of Abia State. And then I saw somewhere Ururaja. Maybe I didn't pronounce it properly. Ururaja. Thank you so much for your time on Standpoint today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
All right, 091600965 or 09163333965. A very good morning to you. 1 minute. You're welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses Ben.
Your name and location, sir.
I'm Okafor Chinedu. I'm calling from Omai.
All right, Okafor.
Good morning, Aiko. Good morning,
We greet you.
Yes. Let me start like this. Any act of governance that doesn't put food on the tables of the citizens is nothing. Anybody who is heading the affairs of governance and the people keep suffering and gnashing teeth as a result of hunger, the person is not doing anything. Now, whatever our leaders are doing today that doesn't make people feel the impact of governance, doesn't feel hungry, which is the essence of the protest, which is the identity of the protest, they are doing nothing. I will plead with the governor to focus on things that will make Abians feel happy, feel well, and enjoy the best dividends of democracy in Abia State.
All right. Thank you so much. You've used your time. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. 1 minute, please. 091600965 or 09163333965. Good morning and welcome. Your name and location, sir.
Welcome, Useman Node. Your line is actually not clear.
Okay, just redial the number, Useman Node, because it's breaking, please. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning.
Those who are serving within the corridor of the government of the day, they are indirectly identifying themselves as rebanded liars. For the fact they are not in tandem with what their principal is doing. That's what the former CP is telling us. Remember this morning, Ben Moses and Incorruptible Sam.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Dr. Tiga for it. Calling from Lukuan and Doro. We are not in any way, seeing it as a strange response from the former CP. But I must have to tell you that the actual truth is this. If the government of the day will not be openly telling Nigerians or telling the people that they are in their custody, that they are subjects, what they are doing, it seems like there's no transparency. But then I want to also say this. Demolition, for me personally, I wouldn't have accepted it because it would have been another way of reserving our money, our fund, sending it to another place. That's another area I can agree with the former CP. Because that money would have been intended to another better place. Then again, is this. If the government of the day now...
All right, Don Kesiga, you've used your time.
Trying to show up something, different from the other previous administration.
Yeah.
That means that CP is statement.
We appreciate your time, Don Kesiga. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
Your name and location, sir.
Mr. Chijoki, I am calling from Aba this morning.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Onyoko Madu have touched what I have at heart. For me personally, the former chief press secretary has indicted himself by don't forget about his what he replied last. He has already indicted himself
He didn't say. He didn't say. He had. He never mentioned. He never mentioned that. Please, let's be guided.
Mr. Ben.
Let's be guided. He didn't say. I did not hear him say. Said okay. We don't tell the reality of things to the people.
Allow me now. You know, this is my time, and I am not insulting. I'm not trying to insult anybody. But what he said shocked me. He said that he knows what the press secretary is saying, that is not truth. But nevertheless, that is their job, because he don't expect them to tell the people the truth. He said it, that their work is to defend governor in everything, that they don't say the truth. But that one is by the way. What I'm saying is this: I am not blaming them. I am sympathizing with them, because we gave them enough time in Abia. 24 years is not a joke, and they couldn't do anything.
All right, Chijioke, you've used your time.
Mr. Ben, remember that they said that they have finished New Government House. And New Government House, we cannot see it.
Okay.
Remember that.
You've used your time, Chijioke.
We cannot see it.
All right.
So I am saying that they should bound with shame.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. On our Facebook page, we have it from Elvis Ueze saying that good morning and happy new week, gentlemen of the press. The governor's decision to demolish the government house and rebuild it's not out of place, but it will be wise not to waste resources available at his disposal at the moment. He can renovate it because governance is a continuous function. A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses.
You have 1 minute. Your name and location, sir.
Whosoever knows this name, I'm calling from Umai. Please, let me. It pains me so much when people just come to attack whatever thing somebody said on air instead of as in talking about what he presented, the subject of the matter. Okay, go on. Are you attacking former chief press secretary for saying the truth? We were here in this state when they talked about 10 billion naira airport. Where is our airport? Till today, they said that they've invited what we call EFCC, ICPC. Till today, nothing has happened in the state. How many of them have been arrested? How many of the past administration have been put to prison or jailed based on allegation leveled against them by this current administration? When I said that any foundation that is laid on lies will never stand the test of time,
all right,
people thought that I was joking. What we are saying, are you going to put that? I thought that the governor will just come and say, I am going to pay 70,000. Those state governor has been paying 70,000. He has even paid to pay this month that I just ended.
And we appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's our show for today, gentlemen. Incorruptible Sam. Yeah. I thank you for your time on Standpoint.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow by the grace of God.
Yeah, definitely we'll be here. And I wish, Ben, I'm saying it on air now, we'll have somebody also from the state to, talk about this.
Yes,
because we are not going to leave it this way.
Yes, we'll not leave it this way. We'll follow up the issue.